In this video, I'm going to be photographing one of my jumping spiders in an autumn theme, but in this video, there's going to be a twist. Hello, my name's Stewart Wood and welcome to this macro video. In this video, I want to photograph my jumping spider. There is a difference with this video, which we'll get onto later on, but we are going to do an autumn theme for this shoot. So my daughter, she went out, she got a load of conkers, leaves and sticks from a local conker tree. I have an absolute carrier bag full of these. We're going to use a select few to create an autumn type theme, and then we're going to put one of my jumping spiders on here and photograph them. So first of all, let's set the scene up. I'm just going to move this out the way. Now, because this is not going to be like limited to like one leaf or two leaves, it's going to be a little bit chaotic. So we are going to break out our Lazy Susan. So with this Lazy Susan, I'm able to put our scene, the spider onto there, and then I can turn it around without disturbing the spider, which is absolutely fantastic. So next we have some brown leaves. So I'm just going to place these brown leaves on, stick them down. My aim here is to try and cover up the Lazy Susan as much as possible, but not give the spider too many hidey holes to hide in, because if you do, that spider is just going to sit in one of them holes and not come out all day long. Of course, as always, we will be working on this scene throughout the shoot. You know, like if we see something we like, we can adjust it. We can refocus our efforts on a certain part of that scene. And there we go. We've got a nice little autumn scene going on there. For the background, I'm going to pull out one of my A4 cards. I'm going to place that onto my specimen holders. So I put that textured card in the background behind the Lazy Susan, so no matter where we turn, we've always got a little bit of a background. Now the top part of that is pink. I don't want that in my shot, so I'm going to try and limit myself to the bottom half of this this card. And all we need now is a jumping spider, and I've got the perfect one for this scene. At the moment, I'm going through my dark and moody phase of editing, and in this scene, a lot of the background, the leaves, the conkers, they're going to be dark. So I want a brighter or a lighter spider. So for this shoot, we're going to be using a Phidippus regius regal jumping spider. This is a Bahamas variant, and it's also a pale female. So she is going to be perfect for this shoot. And there she is. She's a pale variant of the regal jumping spider, so she's going to stand out a lot. Now, when it comes to photographing the pale version of these jumpers, we have to underpower our flash a little bit because we don't want to blow out the highlights. But what I'm going to do, well, I was going to place her on there, but she decided to jump on there anyway. She's on here now. I'm just going to let her have a little bit of run around, try and clear up the bungee cords, because it saves us a lot of time in Photoshop. And we'll talk about the equipment. So the equipment of choice for this video, and this is where the twist is, we're going to be using a Canon R5. It's a 45 megapixel camera. Let's hope that my computer doesn't explode when I try to process the images. But I would like to thank my buddy Richie Arrowsmith, who's recently purchased this and allowed me to use it for this video. The lens of choice is the Canon MPE 65mm lens. I'm going to be using that at let's push it a little bit to f8. Now, you have to bear in mind, the higher the megapixels on a camera, the sooner diffraction kicks in. So although f8 is okay on my EOS R, it might be a little soft on this camera. I'm going to knock it back down to 7.1 just to be on the safe side. We're going to start off at 1/8 power on our flash. And while our jumper here is running around, we're going to take a test shot. So the jumper is a sub-adult, so we're going to use a 2x magnification. So let's take a test shot now. Okay, that looks great. That looks fine. So now, again, I want to get low down to the level of the spider. And because she's on a Lazy Susan, I can just spin her around like this to get the shot I want. Okay, 2x is a bit too much. Let's go to 1.5. See what that looks like. And I'm not looking through my viewfinder because I'm just checking the magnification to begin with. Okay, I'm actually going to have to go to 1. So we go to 1x. So when she's at the front like this and facing away, I can't get a picture even if I spin it around because you're going to be on the actual scene. So all I've got to do is just be patient, wait for her to get into a position that I know I can photograph. Might be able to get that one. Let's have a look. And we're slightly too bright on our flash, so I'm going to drop it to 1/16. Because she's a pale variant, we have to drop the power on our flash. Just come straight towards the camera then. That's a nice little picture. Possibly get away with dropping the flash by another stop. Bit of tidy up on the bungee cords there. And I think this is a great method for letting your spider just run around and you just take the pictures. The downside of it, they can just run straight off the scene, but it works quite well. It's a very quiet camera, very quiet. I'll tell you something else as well, the IBIS on it is fantastic. I can see the difference between the R and the R5 when it comes to the stabilisation, because this lens doesn't have image stabilisation. There was a slight improvement there. If you put on the 100mm Canon lens, it's even more stable. Let me quickly interrupt this video to ask you, have you checked out my macro presets? I created 16 beautiful presets for macro photography that are perfect for a starting point in editing your photos. Click on the link below to check them out or go to stewartwood.com to purchase. And now back to the video. I'm wondering if we can get it to stay there. I'm going to boost my f-stop up to f11, bring the power back down to 1/8 and see if we can get another picture. That's a beautiful shot. That is a beautiful shot, and she's still sitting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my f-stop down to 5.6, which is a nice sweet spot for the MP 65mm lens. I'm going to bring my power up to 32. She moved. So, right, another shot I want to do before we continue. I'm just going to get a background card out. Is I want to just on one of these conkers. So I'm just going to move the laser soon out the way. And again, an upturned mug is a great option for doing this type of shot. We are limiting where she can go, but we can use the mug to turn her around. I'm going to get rid of my large background, and then we are going to place that background like so. So again, I get rid of the chair, get down low to the spider, and try and get another shot of her here. So I've zoomed in to 3:1. We're going to try and get a picture of her face. Unfortunately, there's a spine in the way, so I'm going to have to just nudge her out the way very slightly. See if we can get that shot now. Let's test out the image stabilisation on this thing now. I've gone to 5:1. Let's see if it's a little bit easier than it is on the EOS R. Whew. That's some hard work right there. So the images on the back of the camera look good, but we won't know for sure until we get them into Lightroom. So let's go over to Lightroom now and let's take a look at them. So I'm here now at the computer. Let's take a look at these files from the R5 for macro photography. So first of all, I'm going to select all of them, select P, that will flag them as a pick. I can then filter this lot out for a flag, and any image I don't want, I can just press the X key to eliminate it from the group. So such as these ones here, this is where the flash failed to fire because my flash is a little old, it's a little worn out, and it's not quite working as well as it should be, unfortunately. So I'm going to press the X key, that will eliminate those. And then the first shot, which again was our test shot, I'm going to press the X key and eliminate that as well. There we go. Right, let's go into the develop now. So this is what I was talking about before, where you've got to underpower the flash when you photograph it in a white jumping spider, because you can see there how we've blown out. Oh my god, look at the details. Ooh, damn. That is a clean file as well. But can we can bring down the highlights, but again, preferably turn down the flash. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go through these and just have a look, see what I think. Whoa, man, that is a nice. Ooh, I wonder how much these cameras cost. Anyway, we're going to go to that one. Have a look. And this is the particular one I wanted to look at here, because we tried doing a focus stack of this. So I'm going to throw that through Photoshop now and just see if we can get a stack of that. And unfortunately, this is where my computer is going to have an absolute benny. So I'm going to skip the video straight to the focus stacked image. So that one worked out well. Let's take a look at some of the others. We got one here that we did, but I'll be honest with you, I don't like her position. She's slightly at an angle, but I'm going to process that anyway, and here is the final image from that. Yeah, that is very, very nice. I mean, look at the detail on that. 45 megapixels. Oh, nice. This is where we put the power of the flash up. You can see there we're getting some chromatic aberration. And again, is this the one? No, that's the f5.6. Where is the f10? Here's the f10. Let's take a look. Can you see there? f10 on my EOS R, I could probably get away with it. On the R5, it's a little bit softer, again, because of its higher megapixels. So here's another nice shot of the jumping spider. Just here. That is some nice detail. Let's take a look at this one. Nailed focus every time. Nice. I'm going to have a look at my presets for this. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spend a few hours editing these images. Some using my presets, some not using the presets. Like this one, I'm going to get in there, edit that. And I will show you the finished images now. There we go, that's the EOS R5 for macro photography. So far, I'm very impressed with this camera. Not to be a fanboy or anything, but it's probably the best camera I've used to date. Now, the last video that was filmed on the R5 in this very hot room, because I got all the lights on, and it went okay. It didn't overheat or anything. That was in the 4K high quality mode as well. But I'm going to give you my views on the R5 in a separate video, because there's a lot of good points about this camera that I like. A couple of things I don't like, but nothing that would stop me from buying one, I'll be honest with you. I'm very impressed with it. The image stabilization, that helps a lot. Higher megapixels is always a bonus, so you can crop in a little bit if you want to. On the downside, with a higher megapixel camera, we are hitting diffraction a lot earlier than we would do with a lower megapixel camera. So it's to and fro's, you know, you either have the higher megapixels and crop in, or you have lower megapixels and a sharper image. So it's completely up to the photographers to which way they want to go. But yeah, I like that camera. Now I'm going to be talking about the camera specifically in a future video. Also, this camera is capable of doing focus bracketing. So I'm going to be doing a focus bracketing video in the future. So subscribe if you're looking forward to that. But for now, my name's Stewart Wood, and I will see you on the next video. In this video, I'm messed up already. Didn't even been 2 seconds. Okay. Whew. In this video, I'm going to be photographing one of my jumping spiders. Yep. Yeah, okay. In this video, I can't talk today. Hello, my name's Stewart Wood, and welcome to this video. In this video, start again. We're going to use a select view to set. Okay, so I've put that background into the back. So for this, we're going to be using a Phidippus. Got my foot stuck. Oh man, I almost had a nice picture then. She moved. No, trying to jump on my camera. Well, trying to jump on Richie's camera, I should say. Not going to happen. Well, we need to get these pictures into the computer and have a look at them. So, yeah, whatever.